Hello everyone, welcome to the IndieGeekGuy channel, hope you're well. Today we're looking at 10 Cloverfield Lane. So 10 Cloverfield Lane is of interest to me because I know the director is now going on to direct the new Predator movie that's just been called Prey, and I'm always interested to see what they're doing with Predator, and I figured I should get familiar with this director because I don't think I've seen him do anything else. I've seen the first Cloverfield movie when it came out with its found footage, big monster movie energies with a little bit of aliens in there as well. I liked it. I don't love it. I don't hate it. It was one of those I just found myself in the middle. I think this was perfectly all right. I know some people really like that movie. Some people really don't like that movie. I found myself firmly in that middle spot of it's all right. I could do with less shaky cam, but I guess in the case of like found footage, it kind of makes sense. And obviously, the gimmick of found footage is that, well, this could be real found footage. This could be real. But we all know that giant fucking monsters aren't real, so it's kind of a weird exercise in that, I guess. But, you know, I felt fine about it. But I was really interested when they started deciding, well, why don't we do Cloverfield as a kind of anthology and start messing around with that? And then this came about, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, and then never went to see it. I know they did a follow-up. I think it was a Netflix film which people all hated. I think it was called Cloverfield Paradox or something like that. Yeah, apparently everyone hated that movie. I think I saw a little bit of the start of it and just didn't go any further with it. I also know that the movie Overlord was originally intended to be sort of a part of this anthology series, which I really like. Overlord is a movie I think is very underappreciated. It's a damn fine little movie about World War II zombie-esque creatures. It had a nice slow burn, but it had interesting characters who I liked going on the journey with. Underrated movie. If you've not seen Overlord, go and see it. Not part of the Cloverfield. They decided to go against that in the end. But yeah, I liked that movie. But we're here for 10 Cloverfield Lane. I know some actors in this. I know John Goodman and Mary Elizabeth Winstead are in this, and I like the idea that I kind of know going into this because I remember the trailer was kind of a bottle movie, and I know that can either put some people off or put some people into it. If it's well done, I enjoy a good bottle movie. I feel like it's a good way to bring out character to the forefront and ingenuity, and it's a good way of getting around using a smaller budget as long as you know do interesting direction and good actors to perform it. I mean, it's a recipe for potential good things, so I look forward to that. The only spoiler-esque thing I know about this movie, because it's been out a while, is that I know some people bounce off the ending. I don't know what the ending is, but I have heard a lot of people say, oh, I was really enjoying it until it ended. So I don't know what that means. Like, if there's something, because, you know, I expect there to be some sort of reveal or something at the end, and maybe that reveal wasn't to everyone's liking, possibly. I don't know. But I kind of have that foreknowledge going into this, that some people were quite critical of how the movie ended, but seemed to enjoy the rest of it. So yeah, that's kind of all I'm at. I don't really know anything other than what the sort of initial trailers are, is that Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in a basement with John Goodman and I think another guy, and that they're down there for reasons. I don't know what those reasons are. I know that they're down there though. So yeah, I'm interested in this. I think it could be potential for a good thriller bottle movie. So yeah, I'm up for this. And plus, as I say, I'm interested to see this director's work as he moves into the realm of Predator in the near future. But before we jump into the movie, please remember to hit the thumbs up if you do enjoy the reaction and the review that happens afterwards. Also consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos, and also support the channel that way. There are links down in the description for the Discord server and my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/IndieGeekGuy. We play Star Wars games on Tuesdays, we do spooky games on Sundays, and we just do whatever takes our fancy on Saturdays. So head on over there, be in the chat, hang out, all that good stuff. But that's it. Let's jump into 10 Cloverfield Lane and see what Johnny Boy John Goodman's up to, huh? Let's do that. Something to do with... Oh, she took the drink like a fucking ninja. Something to do with whoever's in that picture, I guess. Like she's leaving her partner or something, maybe? Ah, her fiance, it seems like. This doesn't just seem like a I'm leaving you situation. It seems like a I'm very panicked, something is wrong in the world for me, I need to get the fuck out.
Michelle, come back. Please say something.
What happened?
Michelle?
What happened?
Talk to me. Look, we had an argument. Couples fight. That is no reason to just leave everything behind.
Depends what the argument was about, I guess.
Problem seems linked to what authorities are calling catastrophic power surge that has tripled traffic in the area.
Jesus Christ! Someone was playing dodgems with her. And there's also power surges, which might be important for later. I bet it was that creepy truck stop person, whoever that was. Probably Goodman. Well, you don't want to wake up in a dank-looking brick mortar place with something attached to your arm, do you? That's never a good sign. I've been there many times. Oh, it gets better. This is bad, but I've just got that fucking Simple Plan song in my head right now. How could this happen to me? I made my mistake.
What are you gonna do to me?
I'm going to keep you alive.
I mean, that seemed creepier than I think he meant it to be. I'm gonna keep you alive. So my guess, at this point, is John Goodman playing some kind of fucking mind game. That's his deal. Like, I'm keeping you down here for your own protection, kind of thing. As she makes a fucking wooden stake. He's a vampire! He's a fucking vampire! Right, you're not fitting in that. You are not fitting in that tiny ass fucking vent, alright? Well, swing and a miss, I guess. Swing and a miss. Well, that plan went perfectly.
Please, just let me go, please.
There's nowhere to go, Michelle. I looked through your wallet.
I was gonna say, driving license.
That's how I see it. An attack. A big one. I'm not sure yet if it's chemical or nuclear. You were in an accident.
Yeah, I ran you off the
You
road.
were turned over on the side of the road. That saved your life, Michelle. I couldn't just leave you there.
I'm waiting for it. This all seems too, like, lined up. There's gonna be twists.
Russians are developing some nasty stuff, and if the Martians finally figured out a way to get here, their weapons will make the
Okay, you're crazy, dude. She's thinking, you think we're being attacked by Martians now? The genius of this is that because it's got the Cloverfield name attached to it, you're like, maybe there are monsters involved. Maybe he's telling the truth. Or he's a crazy person.
Everyone outside of here is dead.
Can you prove that? Can you categorically prove it to her?
You need to eat, you need to sleep, and you need to start showing me a little bit of appreciation.
But you might be crazy. You're just asking her to believe this at this point. Please believe me. Martians are attacking us. I'm not crazy, I promise. No, that is definitely a car driving around, so...
Your room's a little bit of a fixer-upper, but at least you got a door.
He gets to live with the food.
Days,
I mean...
I think. You know, it's actually kind of...
This is the living room. Help yourself to any reading.
This is fucking fancy.
The kitchen's fully functional. Has an electric stove, refrigerator, freezer. Always use coasters and placemats.
So he's a perfectionist.
I'm not some pervert. Just go.
You sure? You have some weird behavior. even if you are saving everyone's lives here. It's kind of convenient how the toilet is, you know, in your room. Couldn't have made an extra room for that.
Maybe it's a car outside. I heard one earlier, above my room.
If you had heard a car, the driver would be long dead by now.
Hey man, he just fucking brushed that off real quick, huh?
See that?
That's not a car. There's no cars. If they're cars, they're dead. This story is not lining up. I mean, John Goodman, no matter what the situation is, John Goodman is not giving off positive vibes. That's a farm. There is a farm, and that is some dead animals.
Howard's like a black belt in conspiracy theory. Plus, you know, how often you get hired to help build a doomsday bunker.
What about your arm? Were you trying to escape?
I was trying to get in. I watched Howard build.
Oh, is he part of this? I'm still not convinced it's true. And then he's just got this klutz in here to help sell the story.
The attack I saw myself,
What do you mean?
and it looked like a flash. Bright red. It's more like something you'd read about in the Bible. The air is...
What, contaminated? How do you know that?
Because I told him.
And your word is just fact, apparently. I'm not completely ruling out something weird is going on because, you know, Cloverfield.
Megan was a good cook.
It just feels like he's trying to replace this Megan person with her. Like, that's what it feels like to me.
Is that Monopoly? There we go. Yeah, that's how we kill the time. I bet you if we started a game right now, we might even get halfway through.
Stop talking. Your humor is not funny. I don't appreciate it while I'm trying to eat, and neither does Michelle. Now please shut up and let us eat in peace.
Jesus. Well, I'm anxious. Thanks, John Goodman. Thank you very much. I feel like Michelle here is going to be like, you know what? I'd rather take my chances with the toxic gases in the air than stay here.
What was that, Operation?
Loved
Say,
Operation.
man, I couldn't play that game.
Why?
Terrified me. That noise that thing would make when you hit that edge, I mean, good lord.
I feel the exact same way about Operation. Legit, like, made that noise a few times as a kid, and I was like, nope, this isn't for me. I just killed a man.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
I'm asking for pepper.
Like hell you were. What was that? Here in the shelter that I built that's keeping you alive? You don't think I see what you just did?
See, this kind of dialogue, like, I built a shelter to keep you alive, is making me feel like this is like, I'm replacing someone and keeping them for myself.
I'm so sorry.
Whatever the case may be, John Goodman is not a well man. But she got what she wanted out of it, so... That's a car. That's a goddamn... Goddamn! I mean, this is only going to fail, right? This is only going to go wrong.
Oh God, thank God.
Look at her face, Michelle!
No.
Well, here's the twist, I guess. Here's where the rug gets pulled out. But why am I still thinking is this all some kind of weird fucking setup? Cynicism, that's why. Well, that might sell her on this bunker life, I guess. Jesus.
I crashed into your car. Your accident was my fault. I knew I needed to get back here as soon as possible, so I was driving like a maniac. I mean, I know I seem like a sensible guy, but at the
Do you?
time I wasn't myself.
Do you, though? As much as I'm sort of more leaning into there's weird shit going above the surface now, I still think what's going on in this bunker is weirder. That's where I'm at. Nice.
You're doing fine.
Yep, just keep putting shit through my head. It's fine.
Megan wanted to be an artist.
She was your daughter?
Yes. Her mother turned her against me, took her off to Chicago. People are strange creatures. You can't always convince them that safety is in their own best interest.
You don't know they're gone.
It's true. You don't know. Doesn't seem like anybody knows much of anything at this point. Hello?
Howard.
Stay calm. We're okay.
Helicopter? That a chopper?
Those flashes that kicked us all off, that was phase 1. And then for round 2, ground sweeps. The satellite log showed an increase in coded traffic recently, possibly extraterrestrial signals. I bet what we just
Back to the aliens, huh?
airborne air filtration system. If we can't get it back on, we're going to run out of breathable air fast.
Oh, she's going in. The vent thing came back around.
Now, to restart the unit, you just swing the handle off, then on, off, then on.
Classic. Classic. You try turning it on and off again.
Almost there.
This sucks.
Come to the cars to have a few laughs. This is a potential other escape route now she knows about, though. What's she gonna find? What's she gonna find up here? Something spooky? Well, that's always positive. Blood-soaked help me sign.
He lied about Megan. Do you think he did something horrible to her?
Wait, that's not Megan. I remember her. She went to high school with my little sister. She went missing 2 years back.
The plot thickens. The plot thickens. My replacement theory stands.
Now that was a great example of teamwork.
Great example of teamwork where one person did all the work. Everyone happy, happy, happy. The world might be fucked up top, but we're stuck in a shelter with an absolute weirdo.
If she tracked anything back in with her, it'd be pretty concentrated. And, I mean, it could be all over the shower and the sink.
Just putting a bit of paranoia in his head. Because he seems to have OCD of some description. Yep, it worked. And that's what they need to make whatever it is they need to make. Yep, I figured this way as they're going. Like some sort of hazmat suit out of a ducky curtain.
First word, tiny.
Small, pygmy, little.
Yep. Second word. Ooh, Michelle is a...
Little woman. Little women.
A girl, a child.
Little women.
Little princess.
Well, that was telling.
No, it was woman. Little women.
Next time, try being a little more specific.
What? It couldn't be any more specific.
The barrel.
What's in it?
Move it into the bathroom.
Well, this isn't ominous at all. Here's a big sludge barrel for you to carry.
This is perchloric acid. Dissolves most biological material on contact.
Well, that's going to come back round, isn't it? There's no way we set this up and don't do anything with it.
Tell me what you two are doing with these. One chance to answer with some dignity, or I swear to God you're going into this barrel while you're alive to feel it.
It was me.
Oh, God. Here we go. Here we go. He's going in the barrel. He's going in the barrel.
And so I was thinking about making a weapon. I'm sorry.
I accept your apology.
Yep. Yep. That was definitely going to happen. She's going to feel so guilty about that. Like, it's just a repeat of what she was saying earlier. Someone else always came in. Yeah, he was not long for this world, though. He was not long for this world. He was not planned to be down here in the first place.
I want us to be a happy family. You and me.
You just shot a man right in front of her, and now you're eating ice cream. We can be a happy family. That's a fucking cool hazmat suit, though.
Yeah.
I don't think a screw dropping has been ever so tense before. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I mean, it works. It works, I guess. I don't know what you're gonna do now, though.
After I saved you and kept you safe, this is how you repay me.
No. This is.
Oh, no! Oh! He's fucked. Fire, 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 fire. Yep. Jeez. His face is remarkably intact, considering he went face first into that shit. Yep, there it is. Stabby, stabby.
Stay with me.
Oh. Oh. Goodman, your time's up, bud. You're like melting, and you ain't fitting in this vent. No offense, but you ain't getting in this vent. But we're out. We out. Let's see what's happening out here. That is a look, though. That is a fucking glorious look. But I hear birds. Birds seem fine. I mean, okay. All I'm saying is there was definitely a woman with boils all over her face. Hello? The fuck are you? Oh, here comes Melty Goodman. Melty Goodman's on his way. Or he's just gonna blow up. Maybe we won't be seeing him again.
Come on.
How does this end? The fuck is that? It's got like a butthole face. Alright, well, what if that was scared off little butt face? You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. That thing is legitimately just fucking gross. Just vile looking. She gonna fucking molly this thing? She gonna fucking molly the big alien? I'm here for it. Good shot. And we're back where we started. It's kind of like if we were doing a War of the Worlds movie, but wholly largely from the perspective of the guy who lives underground.
But if you have any medical training or combat experience, we need help. There are people in Houston. Come join us.
Okay.
We've taken back the southern seaboard.
She's gonna make the choice to go and help people rather than running away. Character growth, baby. This whole movie, this alien threat is so central character can be like, nope, I'm gonna be a better person and save the day. Boom, we're there. We did it. That was interesting. Ben was played by Bradley Cooper. Great day's work for him. I wonder how much he got paid. Someone just went up to him, hey, could you just record a line, please? We'll give you $100. $100 right here and now if you just record this line. Alrighty, 10 Cloverfield Lane. I have some questions just before we get into the review of this. I am wondering if this movie was just like a script that was floating around. Some people got hold of it and thought, oh, this is a cool idea, we like this. But I don't think it's going to sell very well if we just sort of put it out there, kind of thing. Like, don't think it'll garner much attention, and it won't make its money back and stuff. So let's stick Cloverfield in the title, and maybe that will help it. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, because I thought the idea with the Cloverfield idea of making anthologies based in this weird kind of Twilight-y Zone kind of vibe, individual movies, was an interesting idea. It kind of died on its knees. Like, we had the original Cloverfield, and this one, from what I gather, did pretty well as well. But then after that, it kind of fell apart. But I'm just interested. I feel that's the vibe I kind of get, that this was someone's script that they were putting out there. They were trying to get someone interested in doing it, and then it fell into the hands of Bad Robot or whoever it was, and we're like, we like it, but we're going to put Cloverfield on the title because we think it will do better that way. And they give it to a director who I think at this point hadn't directed anything like in Hollywood, as it were, but he'd done a bunch of like little short films and stuff, and that is what put him on the radar of various people. And then they gave him this as a like, hey, have at it, let's see what you can do kind of thing. And it definitely has that kind of filmmaking vibe of, let's get some interesting people together and see if they can make this thing work, and we'll do it on a low budget. And, you know, if we don't make our money back, it's not a massive loss or whatever, but I feel like putting the Cloverfield thing in there might have helped, and etc, etc. That's just kind of my vibe of what the behind the scenes of this whole thing is. But for the movie itself, one thing, I mean, I'm going to start at the end and we'll work our way through it. It was interesting that we spent so much time with the aliens at the end. Like, I feel like I guess what it was building up to was Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character going, I'm going to change who I am and go and fight against this massive alien threat because I've been running away from things all my life. That's where it was building up to. But in a weird way, it kind of felt like maybe the more appropriate ending would have been her just climbing up and seeing a spaceship in the sky and just maybe ending it there. Like, it's because like the alien thing wasn't really a part of the whole movie, really. It's like whatever the outside threat wasn't important really to the plot of the movie. It was just a mechanic to get the story going of what's going on outside. Is it actually happening? Is he making it up? Like, what is actually going on doesn't necessarily really matter to the main plot of the movie. So it was kind of surprising that we had a good, I don't know, 10-20 minutes of it. like of what was going on, and that there were aliens and there's whole creature designs going into it. And I don't know, it's just an interesting thing to obviously get to that end beat of her choosing to be a better person, because it does feel like you're transitioning into just a completely different type of movie in that last segment. And I can see why people may have bounced off of it when they were so sort of just captivated by this world that has been created in this bunker and the characters who were in it, and then all of a sudden you're faced with butthole alien face and big spaceships, and then that's the movie now all of a sudden. I didn't have that like jerk reaction from me, because they did kind of set up earlier in the movie that maybe it is aliens, it might well be, and you know, Cloverfield's in the title, so maybe. Yeah, I just feel like the ending could have been tightened a little bit. I guess what it was is that her running away from John Goodman feels like her character arc isn't complete, because it's still technically her running away, although what else are you supposed to do in that situation? And they want to complete the arc by having her like deciding to fight her problems, which, you know, in some instances, such as escaping John Goodman's creepy ass, is kind of fighting back in your own way and trying to make up for those regrets you might be holding on to. I don't know. It's just a little bit weird. As for the bulk of the movie, it did a good job of twisting and turning and like trying to figure out where the trust is. And I feel like having the clear setup, like at first when it first got into the bunker, I was like, is he telling the truth? Like legitimately, I was like, is he actually telling the truth? Is something weird going on above the surface, or is he just making this all up? Is he just trying to replace his daughter, which came back around? But that was my initial feeling, and it was doing a good job of throwing enough misinformation at me to sort of throw me off the trail, or at least confidently commit to what I think is actually going on, which is a good thing for the setup of the movie. But then we get that wham, someone has boils all over their face and is desperate to get inside, and that clearly states that, okay, there is weird shit going on the surface. We don't actually know what it is. He could still be just guessworking most of it, but clearly there is something going on. However, I never lost the feeling of, well, even if there is some weird shit going on up on the surface, there's clearly weirder shit going on down here. Like, John Goodman doesn't want this other guy here. He just obviously had a moment of, okay, fine, I'll let this guy in here because he helped me build it, kind of thing. There is a bit of ambiguity towards whether or not he purposefully... I mean, I don't feel there is actually ambiguity, because they kind of set him up seeing her at the gas station and like purposely running off the road, and obviously the whole setup that he kidnapped a previous person and maybe probably killed her in an effort to replace his daughter. But that's the true like horror thriller element of the movie. It's not the what's going on the surface. What the true horror element of this film is what is John Goodman doing? that's the stuff that had the most tension in it and the most atmosphere, and this weird kind of double standard, because it's established that he technically has saved your life. He just might be slightly dubious in the reasons for why he's done it, kind of thing. It's creepy. It is creepy. It definitely does remind me of the little plot thread in War of the Worlds of the guy who wants to like live underground, and he gets a bit obsessed with that idea and creepy about it and all that sort of stuff. It definitely has those kind of vibes in there. It does feel like someone looked at that part of War of the Worlds and was like, how do we put this under a microscope? How do we make that work as its own thing? And I think it's an interesting idea. It's certainly something worth exploring, and that probably explains why they went with the alien like threat at the end. But like I said at the opening, what was going to make this work as a bottle film was strong performances and a good sense of tension and atmosphere, and I think film pulls that off really, really well from the offset, honestly. Like, not even before they're in the bunker, the whole her running away, something about her boyfriend, and like that whole running away sequence has this element of something being kind of off kilter about it, and then once you get into the bunker, it's full on. It's just full on, and it doesn't stop, even during the moments where they're smiling and laughing, and even when there's a part of it where they seem to all be getting on, you can't lose the feeling of, this isn't right. This isn't right. No matter what is going on here, something does not feel right about this, which is, you know, a testament to the filmmaking in terms of continuously making you feel anxious and not comfortable the entire time. And the performances are really strong from everyone. Like, John Goodman comes across as this disturbed individual who is suffering from potentially PTSD from his Navy days, OCD, perfection, just a perfectionist. He lost his wife and child, but, well, I say lost, I mean they were taken away from him. The wife turned the child against him, and there was probably good reason for that, because he's fucking creepy. But all of it just builds naturally, and in a way where you feel it. You definitely feel it in your bones. Like, whenever he is on screen, through his performance and how the story works, it's uncomfortable. It's constantly uncomfortable, because you just don't know when he's gonna have a moment of rage or say something that just feels odd. Like, there were a load of moments in here where it felt like he was saying things with a double meaning and a bit creepy, and you know, all of that goes into making the tension feel ugh. And then you have Mary Elizabeth Winstead playing her part, where she does a really good job at both being the kind of audience surrogate in terms of what would you do if you were in this situation, but also feeling like a well-rounded character in her own right, with the whole setup of I feel like I've been running away from everything my entire life, and I want to improve, but I can never seem to do it. And you're sort of on that journey with that character. And, you know, it's relatively a simple plot line, but it is the way she performs it gets you invested, and like, you want to see that victory. You want to see her overcome her own regrets and character flaws, and she's thrusted into a situation where she has no choice but to try and face it. And the moment that Emmett fucking takes the bullet for her, I was like, oh no. Literally takes a bullet for her. Like, that was the shifting of gears, and like, you knew what was going to happen. The moment he said, oh, I'm trying to make a weapon, you, like, why would you even say that? Anything else. Say something else. And yeah, he was going in that barrel. The moment that barrel was revealed, it was like, yep, someone's going in there. But then we got extra juicy Goodman as well, so we got bonus acid faces. Emmett was just a character I just felt bad for the entire time. He is, you know, a victim of circumstance, and he's not meant to be there, and it constantly feels like, your neck is on the line constantly. Like, you just don't push the wrong direction, please, because even though he's clumsy, he's a bit of an idiot, he's kind of likable as well, which is hard to do when you, like, as an actor, to get across that sense of foolishness but be likable. And I guess what helps that is because John Goodman is so off-putting and creepy, you're instantly on Emmett's side in the situation. But no, I just felt bad for him the whole way through. Like, this poor guy is just third wheeling essentially, and at least that's how John Goodman's character feels. And you just like, that guy is not safe. At least John Goodman wants Mary Elizabeth Winstead to be there. Like, like, it may be for creepy reasons, but I feel like he's not going to do anything to harm her unless he's driven to, which, you know, is a bad thing as well. But it's, with Emmett, it's just like, oh man, don't say anything stupid, please. But no, the overall package of the movie, I feel like it does what it sets out to do, to create this tense atmosphere, this atmosphere of what's happening, why is it happening, what are the motivations of John Goodman, are they as good as they say, are they not? I personally always got bad vibes from him throughout the movie. I'd be interested to see anyone else who, if when they first saw this, if they were like, maybe he is a good guy and he is doing this for the right reasons. If that ever came across your minds, I'd generally be interested to hear that. Or if, like me, you were just like, nope, this bad vibes, always throughout bad vibes. But honestly, if you have a movie that is essentially 3 actors trapped in a room or a couple of rooms, and you make that compelling viewing, bravo. Because that's hard to do, especially in modern cinema where, like, people want flash bang whizzes and you know, spectacle to a degree, and even with just straight dramas now, people want to see location work and like good backdrops and all that kind of stuff. Like, to just have it in a room and make it compelling and interesting, and like you're on the journey as it goes through, you know, it's hard to do. It's a lot harder than what it seems like it is to do. And, you know, like a very good, like any artist making it look easy, this film did. I sounded like Yoda there for some reason, but I'm going with it. So yeah, I enjoyed this. I would be, if anyone knows, because I doubt I'm ever going to watch the other Cloverfield movie, whatever it was called, Paradox or whatever. Like I said, I watched like the opening of it and I was like, yeah. But I would be interested to know, does it at all feel like a sequel to this at all? Does it like build upon like the alien threat at all, or is it just like I say, an anthology, completely separate idea that does its own thing? I wouldn't mind knowing that, just if you want to tell me about that stuff. I'll also say that I probably do prefer this movie to the original Cloverfield. As I said, I was very middle of the road with the original Cloverfield. I thought it was good, but I do feel like this one is much more my kind of speed in terms of like characters and the slow reveal of the situation. And, you know, the alien stuff at the end doesn't bother me. Like, I don't mind the fact that it turned out it was aliens the whole time. That doesn't bother me at all. I can see how some people might have preferred it be a more grounded threat, if you're going to say that there was a threat, or just have the whole thing be made up. Maybe some people were expecting that and would prefer that. Again, be interested to know what people's feelings were on that side of it. For me, I don't mind the fact that it was aliens at the end. Like, I feel like there was a seed of that planted early on in the movie, so it sort of circled back round. For me, I just found it odd how much time we spent with the aliens. I felt like it could have been summed up much more quickly in a more succinct kind of way, but never mind. I feel like the majority of the movie is solid and does a lot of interesting things. So I'm happy with this. I had a good time with this one. Thank you for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up button. Helps me know you liked it. Helps it get seen by more people. Also consider subscribing and supporting the channel that way. There are social links down below, including the Discord server and the Twitch channel. Go over there, follow, so you don't miss any live streams. But other than all that, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you on the next one.